Emmerdale's Robert and Aaron fear death after sinister Christmas delivery. Kev is hell-bent on revenge. And quite frankly, this is turning into the most terrifying Christmas Eve in Emmerdale history. Robert Sugden and Aaron Dingle have been left fearing for their lives after tonight's episode, Wednesday, 24th December. And the tension is so high I genuinely forgot to breathe, as Kev Townsend continued to taunt his estranged husband Robert and his partner Aaron from a distance. The convicted criminal decided to up the ante. This isn't just harassment anymore, this is a full-blown siege. Kev began his reign of terror by damaging Aaron's car and setting the trees outside his home on fire on Tuesday. But today, his behavior escalated to a level of violence that suggests he has nothing left to lose. He kicked off the episode by firing gunshots at Robert and Aaron, first outside the mill flat and then out on the farm. The sound of those shots ringing out across the dales was a stark reminder that Kev isn't playing games. He is hunting them. I was screaming at the TV. Who gave this man a gun? The police in Emmerdale are useless. Robert and Aaron need to barricade themselves in the mill and never leave. Seeing the fear in Aaron's eyes is breaking me. But the psychological torture didn't stop at the gunfire. Further into the installment, before the credits could roll, Kev delivered a message that sent chills down my spine. Robert and Aaron received a package through the post. Inside, they found wedding rings accompanied by a single bullet. The symbolism here is twisted and horrifying. The rings likely represent Kev's delusional claim over Robert, a reminder of their prison marriage, while the bullet is a promise of how it ends. It's a message that says, if I can't have you, you die. Wedding rings and a bullet, that is straight out of a horror movie. Kev is psychologically dismantling them before he strikes. He wants them to feel unsafe in their own home. It is sick, it is twisted, and I am terrified for my boys. Kev will resurface in the village on Thursday, 25th December. Chris Coggill, who portrays Kev, has described his character as unhinged and possessing psychopathic tendencies. He notes an incredibly dangerous person. Kev wouldn't have any qualms about physically attacking anybody, apart from possibly Robert. That specific line, apart from possibly Robert, is fascinating and terrifying. It suggests Kev's obsession might hesitate to kill Robert directly, which points heavily towards a kidnapping scenario. He might want to kill Aaron to remove the competition, but keep Robert for himself. Psychopathic tendencies is an understatement. He is a maniac, and if he thinks he can just take Robert away, he has another thing coming. Aaron Dingle fights back, but can he fight a man with a shotgun? While it's unknown exactly how Kev's storyline will play out on Christmas Day, Emmerdale has dropped a massive hint that Robert is in serious trouble. After heading out to run errands, Robert mysteriously disappears, leaving Aaron and Victoria concerned. We all know Robert Sugden. He has a hero complex. He likely received instructions with that bullet to meet Kev alone, or he's gone to hunt Kev down to protect Aaron. Whether or not he's been kidnapped by Kev remains to be seen, but the thought of Robert spending Christmas Day tied up in some dark barn while Kev taunts him is almost too much to bear. Robert, please don't be a hero. We just got you back. If this Christmas ends with Robert missing or bleeding out in the snow, I am canceling the holidays. The writers better not do this to us. Emmerdale plans bigger 2026 stories for Belle after break from drama. I think it's going to be really nice. Following a short and, let's be honest, well-needed respite this year, Emmerdale has decided to throw Belle Dingle back into the spotlight for 2026. According to Eden Taylor Draper, there are massive stories on the horizon for her character, and I am feeling a mix of excitement and absolute terror. We need to take a collective breath and remember why this break was so necessary. Back in 2024, Belle was at the center of a huge coercive control and abuse storyline perpetrated by her monster of a husband, Tom King. The long-running story saw Tom physically and mentally abusing Belle, methodically isolating her from her family, and leaving viewers genuinely worried for her life every single night. It wasn't just soap trauma, it was a grueling, realistic depiction of psychological torture. I still get chills thinking about Tom King. That storyline was a masterpiece of acting, but it was absolute torture to watch. I have never hated a character more. Thank God he is rotting in prison for 3 years where he belongs. But is 3 years really enough? I don't think so.
Belle ultimately found the strength to report Tom to the police, securing justice. Since then, she has been quietly trying to settle back into the village, effectively in recovery mode. She even entertained a brief romance with Kami Hotik, testing the waters of trust again. But the question on everyone's lips is, could there be a new serious relationship in store in the new year? The prospect is terrifying because Belle's scars run deep. How do you learn to trust again after Tom King? I'm looking forward to what's coming up for me in the new year. I think there is some good stuff, shared Taylor Draper. I've been chatting with a few people and I've heard some things, so I'm excited. A new romance? Please, writers, I am begging you, be kind to her. Give her someone soft, safe, and boring. If you pair her with another bad boy or a secret psycho, I will personally riot. She deserves peace. We cannot handle Belle's suffering again so soon. Thinking about Belle's New Year's resolutions, the actor suggested that her character should just focus on herself for a while as she starts to rebuild her life. She wants Belle to put everything into her work and her business. The goal is to spend time with her family, but, and this is the key part, don't let family drama get in the way of her just getting on with her own life. Don't let family drama get in the way. Eden, honey, she is a dingle. Drama is their love language, but I love this energy. CEO Belle era is coming and I am here for it. Let her build an empire and forget about men for a while. The star also admitted that she was looking forward to a break over Christmas before things ramp up again in 2026. This year I've been quite quiet, so I already feel quite well rested, but I know from last year when my workload was so busy how important the break is, she explained. This quote makes me suspicious. If she needs to be well rested for 2026, that implies the upcoming storyline is going to be heavy. Is Tom King getting out early? Is he pulling strings from inside his cell? Or is Belle about to face a new kind of demon? The cast is getting ready to head back to filming after Christmas to catch up with friends and family and prepare for whatever chaos the writers have cooked up. If Eden Taylor Draper is excited, we should be scared. Belle Dingle is back in the main event, and 2026 is going to be her year, for better or for worse. Let's just pray it's the former. Emmerdale star explains why evil John Sugden makes a shock return. He's back and more unhinged than ever. Emmerdale star Oliver Farnworth has finally opened up about his highly anticipated and quite frankly terrifying return in the massive Corriedale crossover event. The actor who plays the village's current nightmare-in-chief, John Sugden, is confirmed to appear in the hour-long special, and if you thought he was bad before, brace yourselves, because Farnworth warns he is more unhinged than we have ever seen him. Speaking with the Mirror, the actor revealed the dark, twisted motivations driving John back to the scene of his crimes. John is currently in hiding after a spree that left the village traumatized. He killed Nate Robinson, kidnapped Mackenzie Boyd, and attempted to kill his own husband, Aaron Dingle. I still get chills thinking about Nate's death. John Sugden is a monster. The fact that he's roaming free while Nate is in the ground makes my blood boil, and now he's coming back? Lock your doors, people. But what drags a serial killer out of hiding? The answer is as twisted as John himself. Jealousy. As fans well know, with John out of the picture, Aaron has been able to move on with the true love of his life, John's brother, Robert Sugden.